Hello and welcome to Give and Take, the positives in life. And today's topic is spiritual expressions in art. And we have a fabulous guest, and she will introduce herself and tell you what it is that she does. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. My name is Madge Scott.
Okay.
I'm an artist of international folk art and history.
Okay.
And I also paint spiritual expressions, as
very
you said in
good.
your remarks.
Right.
I am located at 145 Palisade Street in Dobbs, Ferry, and I'm in Suite 334F.
Okay. And your phone number,
My
Madge?
telephone number is 917-436-6855.
Lovely.
Can reach me anytime on that
Okay, great.
number.
So, Madge, tell us exactly a little bit about what inspired you to do these wonderful paintings that you've done. I mean, they certainly inspired me.
Well, I'm a self-taught artist to begin with, and over the years, artists grow in their work, and this is where my work has led me, and each one of us who are artists, we're spiritual beings. Everyone is spiritual, but
Right.
artists are different
Yes.
in many ways. So I'm led along this course with, just painting what's in my heart and letting my spirituality come to my, my brushes. And,
Okay, lovely.
I also do drawings and wood carvings and, other little things. I'm not a sculptor. That's the only thing I haven't tried.
Okay. I'm glad you said I haven't tried. Not that I can't do it, but I haven't tried.
Yes. So, this is, where I am today with my work.
Okay.
It is so very difficult for me to step back from where I am in my work now,
Okay.
today.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So, how long have you been doing it, Madge?
I started in the mid-1990s. I can remember around the time when Princess Diana died.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right
I
around
remember.
that time.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
And so you just picked up a brush and started?
I had, and there was an incident which involved one of my children,
Okay.
and that was how it began. The little paint set was sitting there, one of my daughter's old cast-offs,
Okay.
and I, put her around with it when there was nothing else to do. When I was worrying about my child, he was missing, and I just picked up anything I could, get my hands
Sure.
on. And so I started looking at the dresses of Princess Diana, actually.
Oh, okay.
I painted from the newspapers.
Oh.
I was fascinated with her and her story. And so I practiced around her in the
Okay.
early days.
Okay.
I have many portraits of her in my home.
Oh,
Those
nice.
I have not shown to the public in any way.
Okay.
But they're some of my old works.
So there's some of your paintings that you do keep personal for yourself that you don't actually share
Yes.
with the public.
Yes, some of my older works are not shown to the public, and not for any specific reason. But there's some form of attachment to them, because some of the older ones are about my younger years and my culture.
Okay.
And
So it's personal.
in a way, in some
Right.
ways they're personal.
Right.
And then there are some of them that the place I was when I was painting the picture, the story behind the picture, what was going on in my mind when I was
Right.
painting, are some of the reasons, I keep a particular picture or a
Okay.
painting. you know, and I will say, oh, I won't part with this one. And then down the road, the painting will say, it's time for me to go.
I love that. You let the painting speak for you and say,
yes,
look, no more of this attachment.
yes.
Let me go my way.
I let them go afterwards,
Right.
you know, but I have to get that call in, that constant call from the picture. To say, okay, let me go.
That. Yes. So it's a natural process. I really love that.
Yes, it's, you know, I keep things, but I let them go.
We all need to do that, right?
Yes.
Dealing with that right now. So, Madge, we're going to go through some of the paintings because we went over some
Yes.
of the, and I wish I could show them all.
Yes.
Because they're fabulous.
Thank you.
And so we're going to start off with the first one, and that is the Studio Tour 2014 Journal News item. So we'll start with that first picture.
Oh, the reporter was in the room. I don't even think I was conscious that the reporter was in the room.
Okay.
You know, yes. But when I was told that, I think it was someone from the Journal News called me, or I don't remember exactly, but there I was.
Right.
In the paper. I was one of the persons of the week.
Oh, one of the persons of the week.
Yes, and it was during the studio tour. It was either on the Saturday or the Sunday that photograph was taken.
Okay.
So, you know, many photographs are taken. So, but, you know, that's one of the photographs that I recorded. I had in my records.
Right.
You know, which I just showed to you because I was showing you so many of them.
Right. Yeah, there's so many. It's like we'd need a whole week to do all your paintings. All right, so the second one now is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Humanitarian Award. You received a wonderful award.
I received that award in 2013. I was presented that award by the town of Hastings on Hudson.
Right. And there was someone in the picture with you. You were saying that had actually...
Carol Bennett.
Okay.
She's one of two women who discovered my work. The other woman is Lauren Vallis.
Okay.
Yes, they discovered my work. I was painting, putting them under the chairs, under the sofas.
Okay.
And someone informed them of what I was doing. And so they came over to my house one day and wanted me to show them the pieces. And that's how it began.
Isn't
actually.
that great?
Yes. You know, so that they actually helped me to get my first show. And in my first showing of my work in 2005, I showed at the FRC Gallery in Hastings.
Right.
And I took 31 pieces into that show. And I sold 16 in about 3 or 4 hours.
Wow,
I sold 16 pieces of my work.
I could definitely see that happening. So thank you. So now the third, go here. All right, so the third painting, well, the other two were not really painting, they were articles. But the third, January, okay. A Touch by the Light.
A Touch by the Light.
Yes.
I you know, at times I spend a lot of my time alone. I'm a widow. I lost my husband almost 10 years ago. I spend a lot of time alone. So I meditate a lot. It's much of my time is spent in meditation.
Good.
In my work and otherwise. I'd be walking around and I'm meditating. So that piece, I was meditating on a walk to the river at night, to the Hudson River. And I live near the Hudson River, and that piece, A Touch by the Light, is sort of... the setting is near the restaurant down on the bottom there, Harvest and Hudson, that little open place, you know, there. So I sort of have her wearing her nightgown in meditation on the bank of the river.
It's beautiful.
That was where I was with that painting, in meditation, and the moon. A soft touch by the moon.
Right.
The moon in my paintings is the light that is present in my life.
Mm.
And I try to put some light in my work at all
That's
times.
beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
I saw that and I said, ooh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so the next, let's see. All right, oh, now this is another beautiful one. Let me just get to the name of it. Lioness.
Lioness.
Mm.
That again is another painting that came from my thoughts. I was away. Sometimes I tend to wander in my meditation, and it's like a dream. It's like I'm in a dream. I, have had dreams of me walking on treetops. I've had visions of me in the clouds. Yes, and so that painting is a painting of me returning from the clouds where
Okay.
I had been. And
Oh, it's lovely.
so I put a crown on her head to the crown on her head symbolizes her gladness, her just how she's feeling, her spirit coming back from being refreshed in the mountains, in the clouds. Yes.
It's so lovely. Yeah.
It's glee, actually, glee.
Glee.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And so the next one, that was Lioness, Emancipation.
Emancipation is a painting which was
This is
done
just a
in my
beautiful-
home one night, late, very late. And I worked on the painting. As a matter of fact, I had not planned to paint Emancipation. I had planned something totally different for that board.
Okay.
And after I prepared the board, I sat there and I looked at the board and I saw these images as plain as day. I saw those images and I worked quickly because I didn't want to lose what I was seeing on the board.
Right.
And so I worked quickly and they came together. And I presented it as a work in progress, and everyone said, but that seems finished to me. So I left it. I left it right there. I haven't worked on it since, and I have not even varnished the painting.
Oh, okay.
It's there, and I want to keep that one. I don't want to release that one as yet.
Okay. Lovely. These really caught my eye. The next one is Peacekeepers at the Light.
Peacekeepers at the Light. Again, in my meditations, I see little things. I see little girls like myself. Sometimes I become a little girl playing it with the daisies in a meadow. And sometimes I will see the moon or the stars in my meditation. I'm looking for something that brings life and light to my life to ease me out of darkness.
Right.
So I'm always looking towards the light. And peace is my life. It's my lifestyle. I live for peace in every way, any setting. There should be peace around me, within me. I strive for that.
Because that's who we are. So we strive for what we really are.
Yes,
peace.
but at times we are not always peaceful, depending on the day, or the time of day.
Sure.
And we are not always peaceful as a people.
As a human, right?
Yes. So, but we seek to be peaceful, and so in my heart sometimes I'm praying when I'm working on a piece. Sometimes I'm finished with the piece. It's a prayer. It was a prayer.
Okay.
That one was. And again, the symbol of light in the painting.
Yeah.
That particular painting was the moon. And some of them may seem, people's backs may be turned to you.
Right.
And the way my paintings are, the people in my paintings are going somewhere.
Okay.
They're on a journey. And when we are journeying, our backs are turned to other folk.
Right.
So we you know, on our journey, we are going. We are not coming. We are going. So you see the backs of the people
Right.
most of the time, and in some cases, many cases, you don't see the truth in people's eyes, or when they're turned to you. It's when they turn away that you see what's in them. So the backs are just as important as the faces.
Oh, yes. Nice. And now the next painting is Levitation.
Levitation means so much to me. I don't know if you knew that I lost my son in December.
Right.
And I painted that painting. I actually finished that painting about a week or two before my son passed away. And I had this urge. It was like a premonition. I had this urge, just with needing to paint this piece with the angels escorting us into heavenly places. And so when I was finished with the piece, it actually frightened me a little bit, because I actually did not know I could do that.
Wow.
You know, I didn't know I could do some of the things that was happening in the painting. And again, I left that painting. I left it where it was. I decided I was not going to go any further with it, because people were talking about the painting so much.
Sure.
And I didn't want to change what they were seeing in the painting. So I left it there. 2 weeks later, my son was dead.
Levitation.
Levitation.
Yeah. And these are the ones that I said they really it caught my eye.
Yes.
It's like, we were discussing it and you said, now I know who you are.
Yes.
You said to me, because the ones that I'm attracted to,
Yes.
because they just spoke to me. That
Yes.
lightness, that.
Them and many others,
Right.
which has the meaning. As I said, I'm praying most of the time when I do these pieces. And some of these pieces, I just allow myself to go into what is coming to my heart. And so I just, paint these images.
Right.
And it's the women in the pieces are not because a feminist, or it's just because I can relate to women
Sure.
more than I relate to men.
Because you're in a woman's body, right?
Yes, and we're all women. We understand each other.
Yeah.
So that's why I paint many the women in my pieces.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, lovely. And the next one is also another personal story for you. Is Tribute to Papa.
Tribute to Papa was, I had heard my father had wanted to speak to me. So I was on the phone with my father, and he told me he was dying and how he felt.
Right.
And so I got off the phone. I was very troubled. My father is my favorite guy.
Aw.
And yes, my father is my favorite person. And I got off the phone, and I decided to pray for my father. And that was what happened when I prayed with my paintbrush
Okay.
and canvas. I prayed my father that he would come back to good health.
Oh.
So that was another prayer.
Okay.
A
So
tribute
what
to
exactly is going on in this painting?
Papa. Oh, the water.
Okay.
The healing waters. I was thinking about the healing of waters, and songs that I was singing. Healing waters, down where the healing waters flow. I go down to the river. To thinking, I was baptizing my father back to health. Deep in my thoughts, I go way down there, thinking,
Right.
and with my paintbrush.
Okay.
So the woman with the picture of water
Right.
is my father's healing.
And so the gold halo.
The gold halo means she's an angel. She, it's the angelic presence. Yes, because I wasn't really depending on my prayers.
Right.
I was depending on the help of the angels to help my father.
Oh, it's a beautiful story. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes. And so the next one is the Ossining Library event. So if you want to share a little bit about the event there with all those wonderful children.
The Ossining Library event was a show that I had in the Ossining Library, and the Ketona Museum of Art had asked them to ask me if I would give a lecture within the exhibition for the immigrant children that did not know English nor understand much English and their parents.
Okay.
So that day was dedicated to those families at the Ossining Library.
So they were fortunate to be graced with your presence.
And
vice versa,
and I
right?
was very fortunate to be with them.
Exactly. That's lovely. Okay, and I think this is the last one now. There we go. Yeah, so the last one is drawings.
Drawings. Yes, my
Oh,
drawings.
Yes.
My drawings are mostly my commission work.
Okay.
I'm asked to draw people, and I'm fascinated with that part of my work. I think to myself that drawing is my best medium. I love to draw. I draw every day.
Okay.
Many times a day, and people have seen my work and trusted me, and have trusted my skills in drawing their families. So
They look like photographs. I mean, they're so
no,
precise.
those are pencils.
Right,
yes.
right, but it looks like a photograph.
Thank you.
It's so precise, yes.
Thank you.
Very lovely. So, Madge, this is just a small part.
This is a very tiny part of my work. I have hundreds and hundreds of paintings.
Right.
A very tiny part. That's a little bit of the spiritual part of my work.
Okay, okay.
I paint international history and and folk art. The folk art is a folk art of Jamaica, of me walking down the street and running into someone that their eye sparks interest, or anyone. And I'll go back to the studio and I'll paint that need. And many times it's a need. Many times it's the light.
Right.
But mostly I'm gravitated to paint people that are in need, that yearning in their eyes, that begging, that need for a hug or a touch.
Right.
I see that, and it cannot leave my mind, So I go to the studio and have with that person in my heart. I paint them from that photographic memory.
Right. Nice.
So you will find people in my studio that are not so very happy, but it's the woman I passed on the street, or she was on the bus or the train. Yes. I would put beautiful clothes on some of them.
Right.
Because the need to make them feel better about themselves.
Right. So now, Madge, are you at any of these social media networks?
Yes, I'm all over the social media network.
Good.
I need to be there.
Yes.
I need to use the social medias. I'm on Twitter. Sometimes. I'm not very often on Twitter. But I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I have my website.
Okay. And the name and your website is?
Yeah, my website is madgescottspirituals.com.
Okay.
And my email is madgescottdraw@yahoo.com.
Great, great.
And I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Madge Scott. So it's not difficult to find me if you're looking for me.
Right. And somebody might want to have you commission something for them, yes.
Yes, I'd be happy to do some work for anyone.
They're beautiful.
Thank you very
Madge.
much.
I mean, to have that spiritual connection and clarity to do such a masterpiece of work. I mean, you're very fortunate to be able to do that. You know, it's
Yes,
a gift.
I'm very grateful.
Grateful, gratitude.
Very grateful
Mm-hmm.
that I'm able to paint these things,
Right.
that I'm able to hold a pencil in my hand to
Yeah.
do these things,
Right.
and to have that memory, that photographic memory of things, and to wake up every day with a clear mind,
Right.
enough to go to my studio and work on something that I can present to the universe. You know, I believe that I'm presenting these things to the universe,
Right.
you know, to show my gratitude for this
Gratitude.
gift that I have.
Yes. Lovely. It's very, very lovely.
Thank
So
you.
any last words as we're winding down, any sort of last words you would like to share with the viewers in regards to Madge Scott and her painting and her work?
Over the years, people have come, people have supported me, people have encouraged me with my work, and for that I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful for that encouragement. There are many times that I felt like I would give up, but the support of my followers, of my clients, my friends. I have some very, very good friends.
Right.
Some friends that will not leave me even if I, you know,
Sure.
and some of them are here today.
Okay.
You know, my friends, you know, and people have encouraged me to go on with the work.
Great.
And even since my son passed away, I felt like I would just walk away. You know, but there's something in me that pushes me to go on.
Good.
I can't stop. It's like a part of it has become a part of me now. Like you know, like maybe my arm or my head, or you know,
Right,
it's a
right.
part of me.
Yes.
So I you know, I'm holding on to that, and every day I'm strengthened by something new that comes to my mind,
Right.
comes to my thought, you know, and I put it in my work, and it's successful.
Okay, so thank you very much, Madge, because we now will have to wrap up.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure, and the viewers will gain a lot from your beautiful pieces of work. They're astounded, and I thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
And so, to the wonderful viewers out there, your level of consciousness is the gateway to the future. Thank you.